protest day outside Ashton Job Centre. I don't know what today is going to behold, but basically I've got like 200 A4 folded leaflets available that I printed off yesterday that should support the actual efforts, so that'll be somewhat useful. I've got 3 boxes of cakes to share around, and like I said, 200 A4 folded leaflets for the support efforts. Just check the lights run red over here, cross over the road carefully. Right, as you can see, 30 steps, the 300 quid spin around, zoom in, zoom out camera is positioned possibly pointing slightly away from me over here, and now having to walk up 30 steps for what doesn't make any sense. Just struggle up these steps slightly. Not many people here today. I hope they turn up quite soon, you know, I mean, at least. I wonder what you'll think of this nice gift, the 200 folded leaflets. Just slightly out of breath. I've just been doing a bit of walking to get over here. I had to get not been able to get a bus. Morning to you, Charlotte. I've got you a nice surprise.
Can we talk about that briefly, darling? Yeah, we'll do.
It's a bit dirty on top of here. Put it away from the dirt. Just left this paperwork out here. Slightly struggle with. There you go, 200 leaflets.
Oh, thank you.
There you go.
Hey!
Wonderful,
Thank you.
amazing. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Printing process in use, you know what I mean? Folding them last night, you know what I mean?
Yeah, thanks, Gary.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Do you know the camera?
Yeah.
You know, when we're talking to people, I really don't want them being filmed.
Right, understand, right?
Yeah, because they get targeted by the DWP, and the DWP watch me all the time.
Yeah,
Watch me, what am I to?
What I'm trying to say, if they're getting victimised by the Department of Work and Pensions, there needs to be evidence of that situation,
Yeah,
and they need to be prosecuted.
But the problem is the money gets stopped, and then they can't. Then they won't appeal. They'll just give up, and it's a very tricky situation. So I've never filmed them like that. If I've ever filmed anyone, it's been on the ground or with permission when we've had a TV crew up. So if you ask someone and said, "Do you mind if I film you?" and they say yeah, under data protection rules, and it's great, isn't it?
Yeah, but would it get as bad as whereby if the actual victim benefit claimant speaks out, they would want to stop the money and make their lives horrendously worse?
It's happened to somebody with.
It's happened.
It happened to a bloke we used to speak to. He is a disabled chap. No, I don't like this. He's a disabled chap, and he went out to talk to us, went off his appointment, and they said, right, if you talk to them again, we're going to stop your money.
Oh dear, dear.
Yeah, so this happens, and
but why can't these people have recording systems on board?
People don't have any money.
I know.
We know what to do with recording and stuff, yeah, and it's only after you've spoken to them and you've told them what they can do they realise.
But what I'm saying, if it gets as corrupt and as sly as that, and as damaging and as worsened lives as that, why can't they be taking no evidence?
They've always done it, mate. They're doing it in Sainsbury's. If you go in there, they're recording us in Sainsbury's, you know.
Recording you? How can they be recording you in Sainsbury's?
They record people, disabled people going into Sainsbury's, and then they report them to the DWP.
Yeah, but that shouldn't be happening though, should it?
It shouldn't be, but it is. Honestly, it is.
That shouldn't be happening though, should it? Right, I brought them some nice... Charlotte, do you want some nice cakes? I'll just cut you a piece off. Hang on a second.
My friends ain't wouldn't mind a piece of cake, Gary.
It's quite dirty on top of the surface here, though, isn't it? So I'll just spin this open on this here.
No, I'll leave it.
the actual surface is dirty there, so cheers, love. It's a bit difficult to try and cut this, isn't it? I'm going to be able to cut this, put it on a flat surface.
Getting myself out of it.
It's frozen, it seems to be frozen, doesn't it? It's frozen, that's the reason why it's difficult to cut. Charlotte, I've just struggled to cut a piece here. Do you want to come over and grab a piece now?
I'm just talking to this gentleman.
If you notice, you can't hear the conversation, but just look at the type of people going into the place that are basically medically damaged, you know what I mean, and medically having difficulties, you know what I mean. Just look, you can't hear the conversation, you got to look at the condition of the people. Look, people difficulty walking, people in wheelchairs. I mean, the actual employer is going to give these people a chance. I mean, that's the issue though, isn't it? If the employer is going to give these types of people a chance. I mean, some employees are not very amicable, are they? Obviously, you know what I mean. So you see the physical condition of people. And then the other issue, then the actual websites aren't exactly very honest, are they? They can't even provide a £6 million find a job website that's basically honest, can they? So people are contending with health difficulties and tragedy and poverty, and yet being connected to a tragic website that's costing £6 million. That's not going to make their lives any more better than what it already is. So there's not many campaigners here today. There's 1-2 campaigners here today, so pan right the way across. The other campaigners are basically not here, are they? Look, just pan around slowly, look. The other campaigners should be on the way quite soon. Look at the guy's cap on top of his head. It's slightly dirty, isn't it? He's not had a shave. So the problem there is we don't even know if he's got a working washing machine or washing powder, or living in the depths of poverty at his home address. If he's basically got no money in the bank account and it's costing 150 quid to get a washer repaired, or 99 quid to get a washer repaired, and he's got no money in his bank account, then how is he supposed to walk around in clean clothing? How can he go for a job interview in not clean clothing and not having a shave and not having a suit and tie? How can you do that? So if he's not got these kind of basic situations, and he's got dire poverty, or he's got mould and damp at the home address because the landlord are not maintaining the conditions, and the suit is full of mould and damp and the shirts have become damaged, how is he supposed to go to a job interview responsibly? So if you look at the colour of the cap, top of his head, if he hasn't got a washing machine or washing powder or money for water at his home address, he's not going to be able to walk away with clean clothing, is he? So what you've got is rather complicated poverty issues, and it's coming at the person like a pack of dirty vultures, isn't it? So what you've got is normal, everyday, healthy people that the lives are horrendously made worse as the person is being attacked like a pack of dirty vultures. So he's not even got a coat, that's just a thin piece of plastic. So why has he not got a coat? How much did this coat cost that I'm wearing now off the internet, off eBay? It must have only cost 35, 40 quid for this coat. So if he can't afford a coat, he's got poverty issues. So he's just about managing to use his wheelie scooter to pay for maintenance for his wheelie scooter, but he can't afford to buy a coat, can he? He's just got a thin piece of plastic blue polythene on, hasn't he? So why can't he afford to buy a coat? And why is his cat dirty? Because he's possibly not got any money to buy a coat, and possibly he's not got a washing machine, washing powder and water to keep his clothing nice and spotlessly clean. That's the issue though, isn't it, obviously? So he's got this scooty trolley here, he's driving around in that scooty trolley. How much does that cost to maintain? That's like a £2,000 or £3,000 machine though, isn't it, for that? So if that breaks down, that's going to cost a lot of money to get repaired though, isn't it? Or if that suffers wear and tear damage, that's going to cost a lot of money to get repaired. Who pays for that? If he's got no money in the bank account, he's completely then immobile then though, isn't he? If he's got no money in the bank account, he can't afford to maintain the wheelie trolley, can he? Another miserable day in Tameside. Right, he's going to drive through there now and see what they can do for him, or not exactly can do for him. I mean, years and years ago they gave people grants of money. They gave people like £400 or £500 for starting home. That was a gift of money a lot of years ago. That's what they basically gave people. But look at the situation now, they can't even provide for the basics. If somebody's committing suicide with £3.84 in the bank account, that's complete human rights violations, and that's total tragedy, isn't it?
If anyone likes a piece of cake, can you just block the camera while she has it because she doesn't like the camera?
Yeah, okay, I'll spin. Did you just get a piece of cake?
It's alright, Gary.
Charlotte, do you want to grab a piece? Charlotte, have you got any protest banners on you?
I've got loads at home. What's the name again?
I may as well get a piece myself, you know what I mean? Cut another piece off. It's gone freezing cold, this, hasn't it? Just try and cut it so it's slightly cold. writing some information down on that for the actual to pass over to so a member of the public. She's just writing some information down now. So there's 200 leaflets been printed last night. That are quite useful. And the print quality is quite clear as well. I was surprised that it wasn't a blurred print, which is quite good. The alternative to mainstream propaganda. So the words on the t-shirt are UK column, the alternative to mainstream propaganda. Like the campaigners haven't turned up yet. The other campaigners from the actual lift over here was going to walk 60 foot right the way across to the lift over here to then to walk back here again afterwards. Right, and there's two cameras here, but the camera's got limited vision. The one that's pointing now in the opposite direction now, though, isn't it, for some reason? So some silly sod in a control room pointing the cameras in the opposite direction and not noting the human rights violations in Tameside. What's the sense in that? So you see the barrel of the camera spun round to pointing towards the 30 steps, and the other one at a distance pointing the opposite direction. Now they're both facing each other now, both cameras. So what you've got now is the 300 and 400 quid internet IP cameras that the barrel of the lens is spun round, and they're both facing each other now for no justified reason. We'll just sit inside a control centre, spin the zoom in, zoom out, spin the joystick around and point them in entirely the wrong direction. They should be pointing them in the direction of human rights violations in Tameside. That's the direction they should be pointing the cameras in, though, isn't it? They should be pointing the cameras into human rights violations in Tameside, shouldn't they, obviously?
No, it's a big thing about it. There's a campaign and there's a book about it, how bad sugar is and how addictive it is, as well as caffeine and stuff like that.
You notice the poor tragic condition of the people leaving the job centre with financial difficulties. You look at the condition of the actual people, the clothing and the actual shaven, the unshaven faces, the fact they've not got the hair styled. I mean, all that basically costs money, doesn't it, obviously? And if people are severely under malnourished, not eating responsibly because they've not got packed out responsible cupboards, it's not their fault, though, is it? If they're basically thin and bone and basically not got the hairstyle and they're living in dire poverty, it's not their fault, though, is it? Charlotte, yeah? I've got a gift of a camera. Can I take a picture of you stood on the right hand side near the camera over here, holding hold. Can I just take a picture, put it on Facebook on the Poor Side of Life? A really good picture of you. I'll just get the camera out. Okay. Can you help yourself? Drop it on the floor at least. That'll be rather bad news to drop it on the floor. Got a brand new camera basically, Charlotte. Do you want to both stand together?
Yeah, because it does as much work as me.
Hope I don't make a pig's ear of this camera shot at least, you know what I mean?
Thanks, Gary. I've got a little camera like that.
Right, I've got you, thank you.
Nice.
Now can I just have you stood on the right hand side above the internet IP camera over that way there, please?
Leaflet to help you for doing in the job centre.
Oh, right, okay.
We're not with them.
Right.
If you have any problems, tell me what to do.
How to make them peel.
Yeah, I'm a youth worker.
Oh, well, this will be hot for you.
Yeah, I'll keep out.
Difficult to grab it before people.
I used to work in Tameside, so I'm literally just going out like that.
They were trying to
Yeah, back to the
well, that applies to every benefit. We made it so it applies to everyone. Because some people are still on GSA, some people are on ESA and PISA, but the same appeal process is the same. Oh, I'm just saying.
I got a nice zoom in, zoom out thing on this thing here as well. What a clever thing that is. A nice zoom in, zoom out. It doesn't make a blurred camera shot, does it? Well, that's cost 300 quid for that stupidity, hasn't it?
It might be nearly 8 now. Because when 6 years ago, when the Tory government came into power and introduced the bedroom tax and the council tax supplement, and universal credit was being developed. And so what we did was we just brought it
I'll just spin the zoom out. Just zoom it out now.
Council tax and the bedroom
That's like
tax.
300 quid for that though, isn't it? These are 300 or 400 quid on eBay, these things, aren't they?
Then stand outside Joe Centre and all, read all the legislation towards universal credit. And at the time they were shoving everybody onto universal credit. And pregnant women and things like that. And it was awful, and my daughter got sanctioned for 3 years.
Yeah, my friends
Yeah?
my friends were going through something.
It's awful. She went for 3 years for attending a work fair interview at B&Q and telling me she was pregnant. I see it.
I've got it at a distance there.
Dispatch it
Can you
for-
just step the other way, please? Step that way while I get the two on here.
Yeah, and
At distance.
And working on something else. I don't know what the TV ones, but on ones at a really big rate. RT News, Victoria Downs,
I'll just get a nice camera shot of the actual leaflets.
I know it, well that's what it does, isn't it? You know, because I know, it's brilliant what you do. I see them now doing stuff. It's just so frustrating. It's years and years and years and
I'll
years.
make a pig's ear of it at least. Exactly on a motorised tripod, is it?
I think it's great what they're doing with chaps and men. I think it would be.
Well, that's some nice flowers. What a nice idea that is, of nice flowers. It's like actually taking a fucking angle, isn't it? What a fucking angle that messed up angle it is. What a good idea that is, putting nice flowers there. Oh look, benches, got a couple of benches over there as well, nice benches to sit. That's quite a good idea. Come sit down on the bench. That's quite a good idea, the motorised lift. I'm taking a front angle shot of the motorised lift. Right, just stop the camera shot on that, just recording the motorised lift. Just start the camera shot on the motorised lift. Right, the motorised lift is just stuck in position, isn't it? The motorised lift hasn't gone down, has it? That should do. It's actually kind of got like internet camera over here, so distance. Front elevation camera shot on the front elevation. That should do. Charlotte,
And the meetings in Manchester, hang on, the Manchester meetings in Manchester.
can I just have you stood on the right hand side where the word all are welcome, holding all the plastic packet of leaflets in your hand at the same time? Lift them high up and then spin to turn forward. Give us a nice smile, Charlotte. Looking very lovely there at least. Just get a head to toe shot at least.
Thank you.
More to do with disabled people.
There you go.
Thanks.
That's some amazing camera shots there. Thank you very much indeed, Charlotte, for the amazing camera shots.
Alright, where are you using them?
Your account on Facebook.
Alright. Oh, there's a bookshop as well. It's a brilliant bookshop as well. Go for it. It's outrageous. It's actually
Charlotte, if we start chucking it down, got a spare brolly here for you.
We're going to have to go a bit early, Gary,
Oh yeah.
because I've got electricians coming into my house.
Oh dear, right, understand
We're
right.
heating, because the heating hasn't worked for a year.
Oh,
So they came to put the new boiler in yesterday, but the electricians need to come and they need to do their bit.
I've got a couple of boxes of cakes to take back with. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Can I just cut you a piece of this lemon meringue off now, rather than waste it?
Yeah, okay. See what you can do, Gary. If you put it in, pop it in the box.
Well, just grab that piece there, like I've cut off there. Grab that piece there now.
You have to get some dog food, you see, and stuff like that.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Because I'm going to be grounded today when I go in, you see. I can't do anything now.
Just grab that piece there. Yeah.
Yeah,
There you go.
thanks. Oh, God.
I cut another piece off. Yeah, pal, I cut your piece off.
I'm not a cakey
He
man.
doesn't eat cake.
I'm not a cakey man.
Yeah, I know.
Good job, sir.
The lift down there. Gary, we're going to have to go, mate.
Are you going now?
Yeah,
Before you go,
yeah.
yeah, take these back with you. Nice treat to take back with you.
Alright, thanks, Gary.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, not a problem. Help yourself.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Gary. Thank you.
you're welcome. You're making tracks now.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got to go back to my electrician's due and I can't miss him.
Understand. Well, at least you turned out today, though, didn't you?
Yeah, at least we turned out. I tried to keep appointments off on Thursday.
I know. Yeah,
But it
there
was
weren't many.
essential.
We've not got many people here today, though, have we?
No, because John's doing his demo in Stockport today.
Yeah, understand.
So
Yeah.
he does it on a rota. So he's doing this week and next week at Stockport. Then he'll come back here again.
Yeah, understand. Yeah, good to see you again, Charlie. You're having a fantastic day today. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Gary.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, not a problem.
Well, yeah, so John will be here again, and
Yeah.
so will the gang. It's just a case of they do a lot of things as well. So
Yeah,
it's so
understand.
difficult.
Yeah, understand. Yeah.
But thank you very much, Gary.
You're
And
welcome.
it's
Yeah,
so
happy
good
to,
seeing you so
fantastic
well.
to help you at least. You know what I mean?
Thank
Fantastic
you.
to help you.
No, thank you for coming as well. Thank you for the leaflets.
You're welcome. Yeah, not a problem.
Oh, thank you.
Make sure you don't drop that lemon meringue cake on the floor.
I will.
You're walking down the steps now.
Thank you.
See you soon, Charlotte. 30 steps to walk down there. It's tragic, isn't it? It's rather tragic. Well, she's having to walk down 30 steps now at least to make her way back. Kids shouting over there for some reason. Look at the poor condition of people. Like she's walking away now. She's off camera again. See you, Charlotte. Bye, love. I'll go and finish this another ring. I've ripped my pants, dear. I have to get these stitched. Things are a bit sticky. Just put this back inside the box. Right, got it. Fantastic, wonderful. Right now, I'm making another trek down the 30 steps now, at least, obviously. In the rather difficult borough of Tameside. Making some nice cakes in there, at least. As you can see, 30 steps to get down, look. 30 steps. So basically the issues today are that the fact that there wasn't many that turned out, campaigners. There wasn't many campaigners that turned out, and I was only here for a short space of time, but at least the leaflets have been passed over to Charlotte for handing out, haven't they, you know what I mean? So she can give those leaflets to those people next week. And I've ripped my pants with bending down. I'm going to try and get these fixed and stitched prepared by my mother. And in some way it's not been a very useful day today compared to other days. So the only consolation is that she's got the Charlotte's basically got the leaflets, which are very useful, and some cakes have been passed on to her as a bit of a treat. So that's some way slightly positive on a grim, miserable day in Tameside, though, isn't it? Obviously. So look at the actual people walking about. You've got like a mixture of different types of people, haven't you? Some of the types of people have got human rights issues and health distress, and they're not necessarily getting helped, are they? So those are the issues for today. Have a fantastic day otherwise in sad, miserable, grim Tameside. Bye.